Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer and today I'm gamesplaining Carson City. So, it's been a year since I did my original review of Carson City. What do I think of it? Do I still like it? Have I even played it? Well, I'm glad you asked. I have managed to get this back to the table once, and I fear that on that one play of it, I didn't explain some of the rule well, or I totally forgot about some of the rule, more importantly. So, cards that were on the table or tiles that were on the table weren't making their income appropriately, and that really shifted dramatically the way the game actually played. But that aside, I really enjoy Carson City. I have found that I haven't got to the table simply because I haven't had the large number of players. So this plays up to 6 players, and I fear that I wanted to play with 6 players, but I also, bearing in mind that last time I played, want to play with a different 6 than played that time. So I can describe the rule properly, but also I don't have that, oh, this game again, thing going on with the people at the table. And so this is one that hasn't managed to get back too often, but it has managed to get back. I really appreciate that it's got back. I did have a comment on the original Carson City asking about the dice, and that seemed to raise a question of, were there 2 different versions that got released in 2018? And I've got one version, they've got another. I don't have an answer for that, is the reality of it. I have the big box. I'm assuming that they did the big box release, which is every expansion that came out for Carson City all in that one box. I'm assuming they also did a original thing. I may be wrong on that. Please, if you have any comments, please comment on that person's comment so that we can get a final answer to that, because that's not something that I'm very aware of. Unfortunately, I do apologize for that. There's a really interesting thing that happens with this game that's different enough to my other games to make this a really worthwhile one. In essence, it's a worker placement game. You're choosing a thing to do, but it's going to run down the path once all the workers are out. So it runs along the same lines as Kalis in terms of, I put all my guys out and then I'm going to start getting stuff in. And I can use stuff that I get here to pay for things that I do down here. And that whole run of things is actually a really important thing to understand. And that's kind of the grasp of everything about this game, is about that run of what order do things happen in. Now, me being a player who doesn't really like to attack other players, I tend to not go after the gun angle, but I have played with other people who go after that gun angle, and it's an interesting thing to watch and just to try and stay out of, because once someone has the right number of guns, they're kind of going to win that each time. So it's just staying to the left of that. The last couple of things on that line of things to take, in fact the last one, will get you money depending on how many other things or how far through the game you are. And so if you can use that square right at the beginning of the game, you're getting, like, I think it's 5 money for each thing, and that can actually be a really huge ongoing bonus for you, whereas I tend to not have enough guys to actually go after that stuff until it's down to, like, you're only getting two per guy or 1 per, like, I can't remember the exact numbers, but I know that it reduces each turn, each round. And so having your eyes on that is actually a really important thing to do, because you're potentially going to build yourself up for stuff to do later on in the game. There's also the element of, you can get more guys in, but you don't have to use all of your guys. So if you don't use all your guys, you've got more to use for next round. So it's that question mark of, if I use them this round, am I setting myself into a weird spot for next round, or if I save them, am I setting myself up to do really well next time? And this whole forward back thing, it's really important and really kind of fun to understand and to kind of get into. So look, I think I'll leave it there. If you have not seen my gameplay or Gamesplanation for Carson City, please go back and have a watch of it from a year ago. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you would like to be gamesplained, please shoot me an email to thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter @thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.